Hi everyone, welcome back to Capital HQ Annual Investor Day here in Sydney. Now, if you have used the internet today, and I'm guessing that you must have, you probably used Google to search for something. But here's something that most people don't realize. There's only 5 web indexes in the entire world that actually crawl and organize the internet. So we have Google, we have Bing, Yandex, Baidu, and Brave. Every other search engine that you've heard of, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, Ecosia, they're all just using one of these 5 under the hood. Now, today I'm joined with Gareth Evans, the co founder and CEO of Timpi, and they are building what they call the 6th web index, but with a crucial difference. It's decentralized, it's privacy first, and they've already indexed it over 5 billion web pages without taking a dollar of external capital until now. Gareth, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Gareth, let's start with the fundamental question. Why does the world need a 6 web index? Like, we've had this model of a handful of companies controlling
Yeah.
search for 2 decades. What's broken about the system that made you decide to build Timpi?
You framed up the industry and what we do there very nicely, so thank you for doing that. The missing piece of the puzzle there is that, yes, we are the 6th web index of the world, in the
Yeah.
world. And an index, as you said, is basically the curation and collection of information around the world in an organized way so that it can actually be accessed.
Correct.
In order to enter this market is incredibly difficult. You need tens and twenties of millions of dollars to actually enter the market and have the capital to produce the infrastructure. We have managed to overcome that with our decentralization. And along with that, we are able to solve quite a critical issue in the industry, which is that the results that you get from the incumbents in the market, from Google, Bing, and Yandex, Baidu, they are skewed towards political agendas and commercial partnerships of those organizations. And so, when the citizens of Australia are searching Google, the results are manipulated according to US politics
Right.
and from their commercial partnerships.
Yeah.
And that's the core differentiator, where if you're searching on Timpi, then the results you get are unbiased, uncensored, and unmanipulated, not in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so they're trusted in that way.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. That makes sense. Now, you've mentioned that you are the 6th web index and the only true decentralized one. So, can you help people understand what decentralized actually means here? Like, what does that architecture look like and why does it matter?
So, as I alluded to earlier, one of the huge barriers to entry into the market is the sheer cost of infrastructure.
Yeah.
We've been able to overcome that barrier through decentralization. And what that means is, instead of building a huge warehouse which stores all our data, which costs tens of millions of dollars, we're able to start off small with a single point in that infrastructure. What does that mean? And that single point in the infrastructure is what we call a node. And we have different types of nodes. We have what we call a collector node, which goes out into the internet and pulls information in. We have another node which is called Guardian, and that stores the information. The collector then passes that information onto the Guardian, which stores it.
Yeah.
Now, we issue licenses around the world of individuals like you and I who have spare capacity on their home computer to be able to run these nodes. And currently we've got over 2,000 people on a global scale all running storage and collection nodes for us on our behalf.
Yeah.
And so in this way, we can start off with 10 nodes, build the index to a certain size, expand that to 50 nodes, keep on building, and 100. And so then we can scale with our revenues and the demand of the network without actually having to have the expense of any and the capital outlay of any physical infrastructure.
Oh, absolutely. That makes sense. Now, let's talk about what you've actually built, because the numbers here are actually pretty remarkable. So, you have indexed over 5 billion web pages. You've got 1,000 plus deep in nodes deployed, 500 plus GPUs live in your federated AI compute network.
Yeah.
Now, here's the kicker, that you've done all of this without taking external capital until now. So, how did
Yeah.
you fund this? Like, how's your journey been so far?
So myself and my co-founder Yog Bus, we founded it with very little capital at all. It's from our own savings, like $20,000, right?
Yeah.
And between the two of us, we actually took it to the first stage. Myself, my expertise is around business and operations. Jörg's is around IT development. So we took it to a stage where actually we could start pulling in revenue through these node licenses. And that's really is what has sustained us over the last 3 years of development, is through these node licenses.
Yeah.
We did also have a small seed round 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was very small amount, a lot smaller than this sort of the big raise that we're doing at the moment. So we've been able to continue and sustain ourselves through the license revenues and small capital investment that we've had.
Wow, amazing. They're truly very impressive, Gareth. Now, let's talk about the market that you're going after. So you're positioning Timpi at the convergence of three sectors: search, data as a service, and AI infrastructure. So combined, you're looking at a market that's going from hundreds and billions of dollars close to like $1 trillion by 2032. Now, but you're also competing against some of the biggest tech companies in the world. So how do you actually win the market share? What's the path from where you are today to capturing meaningful pieces of those markets?
So the market is quite a unique one. It's if we look at just the search engine advertising revenue, that's set to be valued at $500 billion by 2030. And you're right, once we then pull the AI and the data piece in, that's where we get to look at the market size that we're actively engaging in of $1 trillion. If we look at just the search engine side of things for a moment, there are only 40 players in the market in its entirety in the whole world, in a market that's growing to $500 billion. Of those 40, there are only 6 indexes.
Right.
And so when we're looking to capture some of that market share, we only need a fraction of the market to actually be a huge business.
Yeah.
In terms of growth, we often compare ourselves with DuckDuckGo, which came into the market 6 years ago, and they've grown to $1 billion business now. They've captured around 0.7% of the market. They're $1 billion business. They don't have their own index. And so their revenues are a fraction of what we can achieve with our own index. So our goal initially is to claim 1% of the market, and with that we'll be a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
We can do that by tapping into a huge demand that's out there with changes in society and legislation changes that are coming into play, where people are realizing that the information that's provided to them online is manipulated according to agendas that aren't their own, according to agendas outside of even their own country's ethical standards. And so there's people who are waiting for this to happen. And through our partners and our partners' communities, we're already tapping into those communities, which is tens of millions.
Correct.
And actually, for the first time, saying, look, we're here. What you've been waiting for is now arriving.
Yeah.
So that is our first port of call on how we're going to get traction in the market, just by offering for the first time something that people have been waiting for.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, Gareth, let's talk about why you're raising capital now. So you're bootstrapped to this point through node sales. So why take that external funding at this stage? Like, what changes with this $3 million bridge now?
So we've been building the technology, and the technology works, and we're ready to deliver this into market. To date, we've really done no marketing. We've not focused on bringing it to marketing or getting any exposure. Right? We've still managed to build a community of over 40,000 people, but that's just by word of mouth. People talking to people about, hey, check out what Timpi's doing. So a large part of now that we're ready to actually bring these products to market, bring the search engine to market, is we need to tell people about it. So the 3 million that we're raising is to go to market, right? It's to continue to build out our team, to build out our marketing operations, and actually just take the products to market.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Thanks for sharing that. Now, Garrett, looking ahead, let's say that, we're sitting here 18 months from now and you've hit your break even target. So, what does success look like for Timpi? Can you paint a picture for us?
In what time frame are we
Let's say
talking?
18 to 24 months.
18, 24 months. So as you said, 18 months, that's our break-even point.
Yeah.
And we want to, at that stage, we've got good traction in the market with the audience who care about censorship, want unmanipulated results, and we're starting to get a name for ourselves.
Yeah.
Beyond the technology that we're building, we're trying to solve a real-world societal problem. And we're the only player in the market that's directly coming out solving this problem. So in 18 months' time, we'll be bringing awareness to what we're doing. We'll be telling the world that the solution that you've been waiting for is here. And we start to become a known brand in the industry.
Amazing. Truly very exciting indeed. Now, Gareth, you're exhibiting here today at the Capital HQ Annual Investor Day. Could you share any key takeaways or how's your experience been being here today?
Yeah, it's been fantastic, very well organized. We've made some great connections here today. We're here really to tell people about what we're doing. Yes, we're raising capital and to give the opportunity for people to invest in what we're doing and be part of our journey.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we're building connections. There's people who we're speaking to, or I've spoken to today, where there's partnership opportunities about how we can cross-pollinate communities and technologies and how we're integrating where there's integration opportunities.
Yeah.
And so that's what I see as really valuable for our experience today, is just making those connections and building out our network.
Yeah.
And I'm particularly excited about the AI Summit in November.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
definitely be here for that, and I'd love to present again for the AI Summit. I think that's
Yeah,
going to be
wonderful.
great.
I'm sure like our audience members who will be watching this interview will now be looking to secure their tickets for the next conference, so they can catch you at the
Perfect.
next event. Well, thank you to our viewers. Thanks for tuning in. So I hope you got to learn as much about Timpi as Gareth has shared. Please see the details at the side of the screen if you want to get in touch with Gareth or his team. And Gareth, thanks again for sharing
Thank you.
wonderful insights for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.